Hi, my name is Diana Motang, and today this is my first podcast. I'm doing this because today I've realized that media sucks. Well, it wasn't my first day of realizing this, but my first day of actually wanting to do something about it. I think it finally clicked in that media, everything surrounds it. Everything we do is contracted towards that. My first Okay, so when we grew up, you're watching Disney movies, right? Well, most of our childhood is Disney movies, right? Like The Little Mermaid, The Lion King, Mulan, Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty. Now think, has each and every one of this movie, a girl needs a guy to live happily ever after, to live fulfilled, to be fulfilled? Exactly. Every one of the Disney movies, the girl needs a man. Honestly, that's not right. The only true character in the Disney shows is Mulan. She fights for what she wants, and she knows what she wants. So, we just ponder on that. Ponder on just the beginning of our childhood, our Disney movies, the TV. It all starts there. As we grow older, we see magazines, we see TV, we see newspapers, we see articles, we see everything. And you wonder, what's on those magazines? We see Kim Kardashian being too fat. Seriously? She's pregnant. Give her a freaking break. Seriously. So that's not really my point right now. The true issue right now is depression, anorexia, bulimia, everything that people don't really completely understand. Our media is making it so easy to do this. By doing it, we give it, in the early days, people didn't know about it. We didn't know what was going on. We thought that it didn't go on, but people did go through it, even though there was no media back then. But now, the percentage has gone so much more up, that people are depressed, so it's so much more common now. And you know why? Because media tells us it's okay. It's okay to be like that. Because it's giving us examples. It's giving us examples to do anything. And by seeing that on TV and the media, in the magazines and articles, it's going into our head and saying, we can do this, we can do that. When we're sad, that's going to go in our head, and that's going to affect our outcome. It's going to give us the easy way out. It's going to be okay that we do that. Because that's the idea that they're giving us. They're saying, it's okay to go, commit harm to yourself. It's okay to cut yourself. It's okay to puke your brains out. Just to be skinny, just to fit in, that's not... I'm blown away. I'm blown away that that's what it's coming to. Our media is affecting everything we do. Today's younger society, for example, at 10 years old, they're having sexual intercourse. I'm sorry if that's not right. That's not right. They're seeing that on TV and they're thinking, that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to go and buy shorts. I'm going to buy a really revealing tank top. Sorry. I'm not trying to say anything there, but I realize that I do that. And I'm realizing it more and more every day, that everything we do, it affects everyone. And on Twitter, on Facebook, that's all we do. We're on our phone, we're ignoring our friends, we're on our phone. We're talking to them through our phone when they're right next to each other. We're on our phone when we're at the cafeteria and we're texting people. Sure, maybe if they're not in our school and they're in a different school, yeah, that completely makes sense and I completely understand. But honestly, when we're in the older generation, they would go outside. They would go see people. They would interact with people. And now we're so concentrated on the internet, and how, my friend even told me that someone sent her an invitation to a wedding through Facebook. How in the world is that right? Our wedding is supposed to be memorial. It's supposed to be traditional. It's supposed to be with all your friends you love. And through Facebook, you don't get to keep that. You can throw that away. You can crash. Your Facebook can do anything. Through Facebook, really, like a wedding is something you want to remember with all your friends, and they want to keep that invitation through the mail, and they get it through paper. They're going to keep that in memory and say, wow, that wedding was amazing. But no, we don't get that anymore because it's through media, through Facebook. We spend our time through internet most of our days, and I understand it's much easier than it was before. Sure, to find complete research for research papers, for your homework, for everything, sure, that's a great help, but it's not helping our society at all. Depression, and I'll give it my example, because I will completely be 100% honest. It's affected me so much, and trust me, I've gone through it, and I've seen my friends gone through it, and my friend has she's almost passed away because of it, and I want to do something about it, and that's why I'm here in front of you guys, to make people realize that turning towards media is not going to help us. And I know right now that's what I'm doing, but that's why I'm doing it, because I know that by watching this, you guys are going to go tell your friends. You're going to go and say, oh my god, I watched this video, and I just want to make a point, okay? I just want to make a point. That every time we see something on a magazine, that someone's too skinny, too fat, too smart, too dumb, we're characterizing these people. We're judging them just by how they look. We don't take the time to go and ask someone, how are you doing? Are you doing okay today? I heard, I'm so sorry. We don't, because we're on the internet 24/7, and that's completely going through our heads. It's corrupting us. It's corrupting us completely. We're not getting the time to know someone. In the old days, people would go up to someone. They would start a conversation. They would completely know what to say and what to do. But now, we're stuck in that little format, that little bubble that we're on the internet, and that's the only thing we can have. No, that's not what we have. We want true relationships, and that's what you see now. Divorce has gone up 10 times more, because you know what? That's what people see now more, because money and media and all. No one has time for each other anymore, because we're so caught up in media and everything we do. We're not realizing it, and I just want people to realize it. Like, I'm getting so frustrated just by thinking of it. And just today, like, even our older generation is getting affected by it. They're committing to hurt themselves just because they're getting neglected, and that's what's causing it. We're neglecting everyone, because we're thinking that internet's so important, that media is so important, that every gossip is so important, but we don't take the time to know the person anymore. We don't take the time and realize that everyone is special. But then we judge people so easily, because that's how we're learning. We're learning even by on the TV. We're seeing everyone getting bullied, and I understand they're trying to see a message. They're trying to make a point. But at the same time, it's not putting a point out there, because they're showing them examples of what to do. So how is that giving an example? You know what I mean? And I understand that depression now is more common, but it's so out there now that people are having more ideas to do it. And it's affecting our society so much. Like, people cutting themselves, making themselves throw up, just anything possible to get that pain out of their system, because they're feeling neglected. They're feeling not important enough. And that's what media is doing. It's making us create a bubble in between our heads and other people. A bubble that we can't get out of, because we think that media is like having 40 likes on a picture. Oh my god, I'm popular. Are you kidding me? You're not even talking to that person. You're freaking... Duh. You're not even talking to that person. It's just a freaking like on Facebook. It's not doing anything to your life. It's gonna make you feel better for a second. Ooh, that person likes my picture. Yay. But they're not even talking to you the next day. Also, even on this week, there's a Twitter account at my school that got created, and it's called Pointing Out Bitches. Like, pointing out bitches, really? And then they're creating drama, and they're outwardly saying that some people are wrong, some people are bitches. Honestly, they don't stop. You have to stop and think, what is that person going through? Like, are they hurting, really? You don't know that anyone's going through anymore, because no one's taking the time to go up to a person and say, are you doing okay? They're not thinking of them. They're just thinking of how that outcome's going to be funny on Twitter and how much they're going to look better. But honestly, we're not thinking of how much that's affecting everyone. That person, we don't know. We don't know if that person's hurting. Walk through your door and look at everyone in the eye and realize it. Realize that everyone is hurting in a way. Maybe not directly, and maybe it's probably indirectly, and they're not even realizing it. Even with guys, like, honestly, in the early days, did you see in high school where guys used to work out and take protein shakes, take like any kind of pill just to get skinny, just to get bulkier? That wasn't before. No one did that before, and it's because it's gone through that on media, on TV. And yes, I know it sells better, but it's not going to help us in the long run. No one's going to love each other for who we are anymore. They're just going to love us for how we look, and how our Facebook status is more important. The basic line is that we let our media just run our lives. It's running our lives. And it's present so much, and it's blown my mind. It's blown my mind to this point, because I know I've gone through it. I've thought about a lot. I've thought about ending it, and I've thought that there's no point. There's not gonna be any happiness. But then you realize all those little bumps in the road, that's what makes us us. It makes us who we are. But think about it. Think about everyone in your life. Think about all the people that you've mistreated or judged automatically. Why did you judge them? Why? Just think. Did you judge them because you see on the television, on the media, that if a person isn't skinny, isn't popular, isn't bulkier, or isn't hot, or isn't pretty, or isn't anything else other than the word perfect in the life of today? Is that why you judge them? Just think about it. Everyone that's walked into your life, think of it. Think if they're happy. Look at everyone in their eyes and think, are you happy with your life? You'll come to realize that not a lot of people are happy with everything, because there's always something wrong. Because media is creating a huge bubble, even within the environment. In our city, we're not doing anything about it. We're just all the media, they're posting everything on the internet and thinking it's going to make a difference, but they're just making gossip and gossip and gossip, but they're not doing anything about it. I just want to get this message through. By loving everyone and accepting their faults, even if someone is getting on their nerves, everyone has their bad day, and people have to realize that. And people just realize that, maybe our world's going to change. And maybe, just maybe, we're going to realize that our world is perfect without all that drama, without all the media in our world creating something so wrong, because everyone is so special. Like, I just hope that this word goes around. And I know that media, I'm doing media right now, but the word has to come around. Like, if we stop and listen what people are actually going through, maybe it'll make a difference. Maybe we're actually gonna feel for someone, feel for them every day, and realize that everyone has something to say. And that's what life is. If everyone accepts that everyone is gonna have a bad day, then maybe we'll be okay. You know?